What's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy Dev, back with another video. Just added another homie to the family, so we might as well show him in the video. And this video is about an injury, so puppies bring out the best in people. Take them to the hospital, makes the people's day brighten up a little bit more. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Klay Thompson. But before we even get into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to my channel at Break It Down Dev. Hit that subscribe button to my boy Jackson's channel at Jackson Kruger Sports. Like the video, comment on the video, leave my man Klay some prayers, and let's get straight into it. So today's video we'll be talking about how the Warriors can still make it to the playoffs or still even compete for an NBA championship with the loss of Klay for the year. So if we're going to talk about Klay, this all begins in the 2019 NBA Finals against the Raptors, where he tore his left ACL, and he was out for the remainder of that playoffs and the following next season, which was last season. Didn't play in a game last year. And now to come into this offseason, going into the next season where it's up in the air. Games might not be played because of Corona again. They might have to start up a bubble again. And Klay, which you could tell, he was working hard. He was trying to get back to that same level, to that same form that he was before the injury. And now he's torn his right meniscus, and that's going to be another season-ending injury. And a lot of NBA players came out and on Twitter to say, reach out and give them their prayers. LeBron came out, Curry came out, Trae Young came out, and just everybody is just so upset for Klay. Even though they know they have to go up against him and he's one of the tougher players, it's just sad to see someone go from being in the NBA Finals, tear his ACL, come back, work all off season just to be a couple of weeks before this season and go down with another injury, another season-ending injury in his torn Achilles. So I'm sorry, Klay. My prayers really do go out to you. Little homie wishes you well, and but we need to with the Warriors, this is a franchise, this is a business, so it's time to move on. I don't want to say it's time to move on, but it's time to look at the next page and look at what our next steps is going to be to try to still compete for an NBA championship. So the draft was yesterday, and the Warriors drafted James Wiseman with the second overall pick. He's a 7'1" center who played only 3 NCAA basketball games, but he definitely has talent. And the GM of the Warriors said James Wiseman was the best player on the board no matter what. So even after having the injury, it's okay. So even after getting the injury to Klay, we're still going to pick the best player on the board. And to them, that was James Wiseman. James Wiseman, from certain scouts and certain analysts, they say he could be the next Chris Bosh if he's able to expand his range. And he could take on that second scoring role. But as of right now, the only player that we know that can get buckets on their team or the second best player on their team, the second best scoring player on their team would be Andrew Wiggins. So the torch is passed on to him. Next man up. You're gonna have to put the Warriors are definitely going to be expecting 20 points out of you a night. If he's not able to score 20 points if they're not able to get 20 points out of him a night per game, I don't think the Warriors will even be a threat in the playoffs. They might get the 8 or 7 seed and then get booted in that first round. They're definitely going to need Andrew Wiggins to be that second scoring option. They traded D'Angelo. That's probably the main reason that they didn't draft LaMelo. They saw the few games that D'Angelo and Curry played together, and it just didn't work out on the floor. So they got rid of D'Angelo for Andrew Wiggins, and now Wiggins is going to have to be that second scorer unless James Wiseman can come in and dominate the league. Like many are expecting, like some aren't expecting, but if he can come in and dominate the league, then we don't need that much out of Wiggins. But there's reports and rumors going around that Wiggins is like technically and practically living in the gym. So that's great to hear, and I definitely think that'll help them, help the Warriors going forward. So it's not just going to be the draft that helped them. It's not going to be players that's already on the team. And I like Marquise Chris as well. As another backup power forward, maybe even a backup center for the Warriors. They're going to have to make moves in the free agency. So I just got back from walking my dog. He looks all right. I got a notification that Kelly Oubre's just been traded to the Warriors for a first-round pick next year. So the Warriors have already came out and made their first-round move, or made their first move to try to correct the Klay injury or try to still compete even with the Klay injury. That's actually a wonderful move actually for them to give up a future first-round pick when they already think they're going to be competitive this year, and to bring in Kelly Oubre, who's a scorer, a walking bucket, really coming into his own. They traded that trade exception that they got from the Iguodala trade that they made last year, and that actually was a smart move. The GM for the Warriors is always, every offseason, he's just doing something different, just something special. Last year he got D'Angelo. The years a couple before that he got KD. Just always just bringing in some new spice, new pieces, new ingredients to the recipe to get a championship, and we love to see that. The next thing that they're going to have to do is probably look for another backup piece. Now their starting lineup is going to be Klay. It'll probably be Andrew Wiggins going down to that 2 spot. Then they'll put Kelly Oubre right there, Draymond Green, and then James Wiseman. And then Marquise Chris coming off the bench. I forget the point guard that they had, but I really liked him, the light-skinned point guard that they had coming off the bench. He was nice as well. So if they could get another small forward piece here, if they could bring in like a Jay Crowder, I know he's really probably going to sign back with the Heat, but that's still somebody that I would entertain. Go look at him, see what he wants, see what he's talking about. They still might be even be able to bring in Danilo Gallinari if he wants to come in on a cheaper deal. And then they might need backup point guard help, so I could see them going for a DJ Augustine or a player like that, something cheap, really on the veterans minimum, and just try to bring someone in that's actually been through some NBA games and knows what he's doing and actually can help Steph in certain situations or help anybody on the team in certain situations. So now let's really see how the season is going to play out for the Warriors. I really see them gelling. I see Draymond and Steph still having that connection. I see James Wiseman probably being pretty dominant on that post. I don't want to say he will be better than Aiden that came out the draft at that first overall pick as a center a few years ago. So I could see somewhere near that around that production for James Wiseman. Not really dominant, but has his moments, and you really can see bright futures for him. So we see that. I see Kelly Oubre actually being another scoring option, dropping 15 a night. This actually makes Andrew Wiggins not have to be that 20 per game scorer. He can actually go down to 16, 17. If Oubre can give you 16, 17, Steph give you like that 20, 25 piece. Draymond give you that consistent triple-double threat. I see the Warriors actually making it to the playoffs and actually getting somewhere. They might be able to get even to the 4th or 5th seed, find a matchup with, they could be playing the Jazz, they could be playing Denver, and I can actually see them taking advantage of these matchups, especially with the Rockets maybe losing James, and LeBron's getting another year older, Kawhi and Paul still haven't figured it out. I really do see the Warriors being able to make something happen here. So, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel at Break It Down Dev. Hit that subscribe button to my boy Jackson's channel. Comment. Tell me what you think the Warriors will do next year. Tell me what you think Klay will come back and you think Klay's career is over. Like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.